All right, I've taken the camera in hand, so Rob Schenck here giving you a winter wonderland tour now of Capitol Hill, and I know you've always wondered what the Supreme Court looks like in a snowstorm, in a blizzard. Well, here it is, and folks, let me tell you, the brave souls of the Supreme Court Police Department are undaunted. This officer is doing his duty and bearing the weight of his badge underneath the snowflakes. Hey, you got to give this guy some kind of an award. Maybe it's the Snowman of the Year badge of honor for this officer. But take a look at this, and as I swing the camera around, you're not even going to see anything of the U.S. Capitol. The dome should be right here within easy view. You can't see a thing. I'm going to walk you up the promenade entryway that leads to the Capitol Plaza on the east side, the East Plaza of the Capitol. See if we can get any kind of imagery there. But here's a very wise soul. She decided that it was time for cross-country skiing here. So I wish I had my pair of skis. I'm instead having to barrel through mounds of snow here. But hey, we got people playing in the snow here on the Capitol Plaza. I'm not sure, but this may be making history. You bring those skis from Wisconsin?
From Chicago. From
Chicago. Well,
5 years ago.
You know how to manage this stuff. Continuing our winter stroll here, this is looking east along East Capitol Street in this momentous, perhaps historic snowfall here in the nation's capital, Washington, D.C. And I'm about to turn south on 3rd Street. To my right is the Folger Shakespeare Library quickly being inundated. And to my left, you just find this maybe just an interesting little tidbit if you're an amateur historian. This building right here, I was told by a local historian, was the mortuary or the mortician's office or establishment, I guess, where they prepared Abraham Lincoln's body. Walking south on 3rd Street, you see all these Victorian row houses, very similar to the ones that we're in at our ministry center on 2nd Street. But, you know, you put this together with Christmas time. It's Christmastide, Advent. We're awaiting that glorious day and a Victorian snow-laden Christmas. Walking east on 3rd Street, you come to beautiful St. Mark's Church here. And if that isn't a Thomas Kincaid painting on video, like a, what would you say, Dickensian Christmas scene here. St. Mark's Parish Church, right there in traditional Anglican style on a snowy day in December in the nation's capital. Hardly gets prettier than this. Okay, but keep you going on my walk here. We're going all the way to Pennsylvania Avenue. I know I'm probably boring you with too many of the same images here, but I just gotta show you this. Look at this glowing front garden lamp, walkway lamp, and these beautiful Victorian homes here. This is why I love this neighborhood. All right, I've made it to Pennsylvania Avenue. You can see here, there isn't much happening along this otherwise generally pretty busy thoroughfare, but not on a day like today. I'm looking towards the west, and in the distance would be well, you'd see first the Library of Congress on the right, 2 buildings, the more famous Thomas Jefferson. I don't know if you can see that in the squall here. You probably can. I can just barely see it myself, and then you'd see the dome. So we're at the southeast end of Pennsylvania Avenue, and you keep going northwest, and eventually you get to 1600, the White House, but not even this buffalo soul is brave enough to trek up there. Start the journey back to the Ministry Center. I'm walking north now on 3rd Street. That's where I showed you all those gorgeous Victorian row homes. And see if we can catch a couple of other views just before we call it quits. We're just a couple of blocks from our Ministry Center. The snow plows, or the snow blowers I should say, are out. I haven't seen the snow plows yet, but snow blowers are out. This gentleman is clearing the sidewalk. And I wanted you to just see this house around the corner from our Ministry Center. Now just a minute here. I want to get a clearer view for you. I think we got some snow falling on the lens. See this beautiful mid-19th century home. This was the home of the abolitionist activist Frederick Douglass, one-time slave, and then became a U.S. government official, advisor to presidents. And his home is right here around the corner. It's now, if you can see that through the snow on our lens, the Frederick Douglass Museum. Okay, rounding the corner here on 2nd Street on my way back to our Ministry Center this snowy Saturday. And as we approach, here we are in front of the Honorable William J. Ostrowski House on Capitol Hill. And we still got some water on the lens there. Sorry about that. Can't seem to clear that off. But let's take a look. Well, looks like the Holy Family is quickly disappearing here into the snow. We've got Joseph is still visible, and Mary is just peeping above the snow line. One of the wise men, two of them actually, seem to be doing very well, and the third is holding his own. I got a snowplow behind me, and the shepherd boy's cap can just barely be seen there. Well, as you can see, that was just less than a half an hour ago that we first took a look at that, so very soon they may be obscured, although the Hanukkah menorah is safely inside the bay window